Morning everyone, deep thoughts from the dashboard. Just wanted to touch base. So last year I had this crazy idea for these Tableau installations where instead of just asking the kids to do something that would have been writing, I wanted to include some movement in with what was going on. And with Pride and Prejudice, there was an easy enough way to be able to do this where they were given themes and they had to use the text to come up with different moments. But something I learned about my students yesterday while I was sitting there watching was that this particular group of kids are not very good at attending to one another when presentations are happening. Because there are so many kids in the class, there are 34 kids in the class, I have to really be mindful of the expectation of the watchers because they do what they have to do for themselves, but when it comes their turn to sit and listen to somebody else, it's not something they do very well. So something I'm going to need to do now is consider how do I get those speaking and listening skills sort of together to honor the work that the students are doing, but also get them the audience that they deserve after the work that they've done. So usually during Hamlet, which is the next play we're moving into, we spend some time and they actually have to act out all of Act 3, and I have them doing different things, but I'm thinking that I might actually have them record the acting this time and then do some kind of gallery walk where they're moving around to get through the entire Act 3, or maybe what we end up doing is I have them making the scenes themselves and then I turn it into, Act 3 movie with each one of their individual scenes, and then put it all together and ask them to view it at home on their own and then connect it back to what they'll be doing in Acts 4 and 5, which is something that I think we are going to do because I can't have what happened yesterday happen again. But it's always a learning experience and you have to know your kids and you need to make adjustments based on what you see them doing. I would like to celebrate, however, the amazing work that they came up with. I had one group who had the clever idea to use emojis because they didn't feel that they could emote the appropriate faces that they wanted to while putting things together, which I thought was really, really clever. I know some of you may have watched the tableaus and the conversations that ensued, and I'm always curious to know how people sort of get involved. I mean, when they were planning it, everybody was very engaged. They were doing their work, and it was very interesting to me to see the dynamics of the spaces that end up coming out, and you learn a lot about kids by who the leader in the group is, how they handle different things, and I'm very grateful to have those moments where I could really watch what's going on and take it in. Other than that, today's Friday. A lot of administration is out on the Europe trip. It's going to be a good day. I'm excited about finishing up stuff with newspaper, really getting things together. Tomorrow's vacation. I am headed off to Arizona with my son to see my parents. Anyone out there in the Phoenix area, my parents live in Gilbert. Who knows, maybe we can meet up at some time. Anyway, have a super, super, super day. Remember to use the Fly High Fry hashtag for the awesome things going on in your spaces. Have a great day.